4. And then you have backup 4P stuff that you want to mulligan, but still gives Sage good value. Just playing for straight up points. I don't know, that game everything was like kind of going perfectly, and I don't know if we were winning. We probably were. So it's just the wrong crone. Hey, Luke. Doing alright.
Me, I can tell.
Well, at least you can't clog me with tokens anymore. It does make me not want to use Avalok for Megascope. If he's gonna be clogged, but he also might just be hyper thin. Just do this now. No tortoise. Easy pass. What? Why would I pass you? Seems like a throw. Pretty sure I need round control. Yep.
Not all battles need end in bloodshed.
Yeah, not knowing whether he's clog or hyper thin does feel kind of bad. Kind of frustrating. Those decks look the same in round 1. Okay, that should be... Probably means hyper thin, right? Right? So this is gonna come out next turn. Just pull the portal or pull the Megascope. I'm just gonna... Fuck, what am I still looking for? Glusty?
At last. We shall conquer this world as we have conquered countless others.
Hey, Calvino. Okay, definitely
Your
hyper
magic can't
thin.
harm me. No magic can.
So I've got Wanderers popping out. If I have a cheeky pass, it's probably not good enough. He needs, what, 10 points? The bleed would be a tie. Really hate committing this.
Our world is in harmony.
Oh shit. That's not good. That's not good. The old 1 in 12. Well, If only the coded weapons killed this. I have to get out. I think if I get out, I just lose. Like, I want last play for spores. We'll see. We'll see. Hey, Mr. Crazy Monkey, thanks for the prime. Thanks for the 9 months. 9 months. I can't read. Imagine I have 7 extra points there. Yeah. Today was a bad day. Oh no. What happened? These are all cards that I want, I think.
Got ya! You bleating son of a doe!
Oh no, my bricks. All meme stocks crashed. Uh-oh. It's not too bad. 180.
I like to improvise.
That could be so much worse. It's just set up to have 6 damage. That might matter. Clog back itching your hyperthone. Like, yeah. Okay, well, we got last play back. I think that went really well. That was a weird push. Oh yeah, glad you're enjoying it. Game is sweet. There's the spores. There's our brick. Cool, cool. Should have kept the 3, I guess. Just run it out, right? I don't think there's any rush to get on the board for anything. Where's Defender? Kill it with Glusty. I don't think he's a Colgrim deck. Pretty sure this is just Yentris. Possibly Rince. Lurith good in this case. In the case where you brick on Conqueror, yeah, it'd be pretty alright. Yeah, there's Rince. You can deal 4 to it and set up a Glusty on it, but I don't know how much that's really accomplishing. He just plays the Yen. I think that's worth my Heat Wave.
There'll be nothing to pick up when I'm done with you.
Okay, does he click the Rince? No. Sick!
There will be rain or frost.
How can I help?
we might still be dead. How big is this lusty? Self-builds. Oh no, that's nothing. Oh, that was so many more points than it is. Lusty is huge. Not really. Yeah, I thought his Vilga was just bigger than it was. Even at Burkon Conqueror, I don't have access to the portal around one anyway. Yeah, if you're getting like a single unit from the opponent, Lusty feels pretty great. Like, good thing we had last play there too. If our opponent doesn't throw away last play, they can just like Vilga or Lusty Warp. Probably want to hold on to this. Let's take the Evo. We don't have access to a Griffin anyway. Troll on Sunset Wanderer. I don't think that's the part you want to remove from the card if you nerf it. I think that's the only reason the card's cool. If you have to like high roll draw it in round 1, the card is so jank. So it's the Witcher version. I don't think I'm playing the other Evo. If it's the Witcher version, I probably don't need the Parasite as much. Means there won't be like Greatsword Megascopes. There's not even a guarantee the Parasite ends up being able to get a Greatsword. He might just Greatsword Leader. He's gonna be good in this matchup. Hopefully. I don't want to run it out in round 1 if I don't have to, but... Okay. Wispus is currently my Crimson Curse access. So let's do this again. I think Sunset Wanderer needs more Restru. I don't know what that is. I spent a while staring at that message trying to figure out if Restru was a D's Nuts joke before saying it out loud. I couldn't find it, so if it is one, congrats, you got me. Restrictions, oh, I don't know. I don't know how you add more text to this card. That's like one of the problems with trying to nerf it. Like, if instead of leftmost, it was like, it started halfway through your hand or something, or maybe it moved 2 positions, that doesn't add too much text more. Those are probably the places that I would start. Let's give him round 1. Whatever. Like a Prov nerf card to me? Nah, I completely disagree. I don't think you can fix this card with Provs. It's just too generic and too powerful. Like, what do you want to put it to? Like 14? Do you really want a powerful 14 Prov neutral? The problem is that it's a neutral that's just too non-prescriptive. You can just throw it everywhere and it's worthwhile. I don't think the Provs would change that. Provs is a Nero. I mean, I think it's just a fundamentally different card from a Nero. A Nero is just a 2-day. Anywhere it doesn't change the texture of the game as much as Sunset Wanderers does. Just do this. If he wants to pass, he can pass. Monster Hunter? Nah, no Monster Hunter. Yeah, but Rede also required you to go singleton, right? Like, there's a lot more cost to it than just the provs. Okay. Spores. Doesn't the Witcher deck have like Bear Witchers that it plays? Like, I'm probably not trying to keep it, but I guess I played the Organic Crone, so the utility is not even in the deck. The idea was being able to tutor it if I ended up wanting it. I had already played this. Start at left ability, portion singleton sounds interesting. The problem is you're adding more text to a card that already has way too much text. Yeah, that's why I added timestamps. It's it's certainly content. There's no interaction with almost nothing? Wait, what? Wanderers? There are quite a few things you can do with Wanderers that make it good. I'm not sure how to parse your double negative. I don't know if you're saying that it works with everything or it works with nothing. But like tactical decision, the discard package, even something as simple as like pincer maneuver helps add points to Sunset Wanderers. Snowdrop. Like, I think that aspirational part of it's kind of cool, and I think it does exist. It's just too generic, right? You can just jam it everywhere, and that's the problem.
Appearances can be deceiving.
Nothing rivals skinning a unicorn. Their hair, so silky.
Gotcha! No, 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 damn it!
$14. Alright. Just a casual 22 for 11. I guess 12. Griffin costs 1. My spy tag on Griffin. That bug is still in the game? Wait. Did I just get the random spy bug? This is a real tag, by the way. This isn't visual. If my opponent had a Thirsty Dame, it would boost. Oh, I literally have no targets for Ghoul. I had not made that connection. I sort of just assumed I had something. I should have looked. Wow. That's a first. I knew it wasn't good, but I thought it was something. Flare on Janad, boosting this up. Glusty would have given me one. Yeah. I just figured there was like a 5 or something in here, and I could hold the Glusty.
Oh, that's dancing around. It's not for me.
I should have just done this first. But it's never gonna play a 7.
Yalmoron Creek's coming for ya!
Have nothing, please. That's not nothing. On the bright side, if I had Glustied early to set up Ghoul, the Glusty would have gotten heat waved, so it didn't really matter.
You shall die.
Good night, Waka. Zeal. So this is my Parasite. If he goes Defender, I'm fucked. Not anymore. So, blue coin, eh?
We shall conquer this world as we have conquered countless others.
My Wanderers is gonna suck. Deny the Roche on curve. I mean, Devotion's a pretty strong option. I don't know if you need to make golds better. Sounds way more involved than just, like, nerfing Sunset Wanderers. Like, wasn't last patch a majority Devotion? We haven't really come that far since then. Devotion's also just, like, kind of a lame mechanic to have good all the time. Because it just shuts you out of so much of the card pool. Like, it's cool from time to time, but I don't think you should ever be in a spot where every faction wants to be Devotion, because all the best cards in the faction are Devotion cards. Like, I'd be pretty okay if they just stopped pushing Devotion for a little bit. It's a pain in the ass to balance this game. Yes. There's so many little paradoxes with Gwent design that I think a lot of players don't realize. The deck building is finding. Yeah, exactly. It just like shuts you off of a portion of the card pool in a pretty not interesting way. It's cool for like some archetypes to be rewarded for going Devotion, but it's pretty lame when just like all the best generic cards in the faction are Devo and you feel punished for not going Devo no matter what you're playing. Ugh. some of the paradoxes. The most frustrating one is probably that you can play 2 copies of bronzes, but bronzes are supposed to be filler cards. Like, you only play so many cards in a game, so you don't actually want to play your bronzes in most decks. But if you want to be able to build around cards that you can play multiple copies of, you have to play your bronzes. There are ways around this, like cards like Roach and Knickers sort of let you spend provisions on points without needing to play those cards, but I don't think there's enough of them in Gwent. And it just makes some designs like Sentry and Spellweaver way weaker than they would otherwise be, because it's just in a provision slot that you don't really want to play a bunch of copies of. Then there's little things like the different round consistencies. Like round 1 inconsistency feels really bad, but it's hard to get away from. Especially in a card game where like that's the source of a lot of your variance. Like in round 3 decks are pretty consistent, but in round 1 they're kind of inconsistent. So a lot of the time if you're trying to build a more consistent deck for round 3, you end up sacrificing round 1 consistency because you're playing more bricks in your deck. Now I need to kick this, right? Well, I think the way you do Devo is you just have some archetypes be Devo locked. Like, I think Skellige did it pretty well, where if you want to play Warriors and play, like, the good Warrior cards, you have to go Devo. But outside of Warriors, then a whole lot of reward for going Devo. I think, like, NR does it really poorly. Where it's just all the best cards in the faction are Devo cards. Nice Hubert. Our Warriors holding up these days, not very well. We've sort of gotten crept out.
Appearances can be deceiving.
Nilfgaard, a decent balance of Devo to non-Devo stuff. Yeah, Nilfgaard's just weird because, like, it's not Devo because Devo's good. It's Devo because there's nothing better to do. Like, I think Nilfgaard's the best example of just a faction that's incidentally Devo right now. You might ask why I'm playing onto the Range Hero, and the answer to that question is I have absolutely no idea. But, never punished, I guess.
Our world is in
I mean, Syndicate's kind of weird, too. Like, Syndicate sort of inherently wants to be Devo, just because of how parasitic the coin mechanic is. Like, coin cards want you to play other coin cards, so that you have a mix of generators and spenders more reliably. The types of neutral cards that Syndicate wants to play, it's like just a Neuromancy and maybe cards like Heatwave. Yeah, like, Nilfgaard Devo is whatever. Nilfgaard Devo doesn't even feel like you're paying a cost. Like, you have reliability with Roderick, so you don't need to play something like a Nero. You have Yen and Vo, so you don't feel too bad about not having access to Heatwave. You have plenty of other tall removal options. What? Nilfgaard has some pretty good faction cards. Also, it's not like the neutral pool is very good. Like, what are you gaining by going neutral? I would say Nilfgaard cards are better than neutral cards. Think of Depot Vamps. I don't think it's playable. I tried to play vampires a bit last season. It felt real bad. I think we win. Opponent kinda got fucked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 golds. Huh. Impressive. I mean, Nilfgaard Bronze is even bad. They have Blademaker.
Why should I help you?
I don't actually have the current deck list. My bad. The lowest amount of 11 plus playable golds. Do they? Isn't like Scalia kind of defined by the fact that they don't play cards that cost more than 10p outside of Warriors? Doesn't Nilfgaard have, like, Ball Usurper at least? Let's be real, you'd play Brothans at 11. Brothans effectively costs 11. You play the Informant in your deck, that's the extra prov. I think I get Wild Hunted if I pass. Not sure how I feel about getting Wild Hunted. So I want to save this for my other Megascope. I'll have Conquerors. I'm not playing Portal this round. I guess the other question is just, is there any reason to keep going? I've already got my graveyard. I guess like slightly shortening round 2 could matter.
Your souls will propel.
Like, I don't think that's a problem that's exclusive to Nilfgaard. Like, aren't the NR decks kind of piles? The Flurry deck is a pile. Even, like, if you look at Syndicate. I don't think they're playing those cards because they're build around, they're just playing them because they're good. Most of the decks are piles. Welcome to Gwent. Sticky Caesar builder rounds. Yeah, I guess if you want to call it like 2-card packages builder rounds. This deck is the pile is. This deck is a pile. At least you can like kind of say that it's built around the leader. There's a bunch of synergies that link to the leader. Like we enable Griffin. The organics are only good because of the leader. Glusty's better because of the leader. I'd say this is less piley than a lot of good decks. I mean, I'd say Line Pockets is pretty heavy in synergy. Commandos is obviously a high synergy deck that is good. You'd probably say Koschei is pretty high synergy as well. Like, none of the decks don't exist, it's just there are a lot of strong piles.
Only pure madness. All else disgusts me.
Value? Your opponent's not playing a pile. Yeah, he's trying to play Wild Hunt. What a fool. I don't know, we might lose to Wild Hunt. I can see it. I guess I want to play here. This doesn't really matter. So I got Wanderers coming out. I think this is maybe the worst card in my hands. Heatwave might be worse. But he's gonna have a bunch of Veil later on, right? And this should end the round. Pile deck's bad for Gwent overall? No. Not necessarily. As long as there's like archetypal decks that are good and playable, it's probably fine. I think if like every good deck is a pile deck, it's probably bad for Gwent. I don't think it has anything to do with being role players. I think generally just like pile decks sort of play out kind of samey. Oh, hey Kamizu. They tend to be more interesting competitively, but they're usually not doing anything unique by virtue of just playing a bunch of powerful value cards. Like, you're not assembling any exciting combos. I don't think that makes you a role player.
Nothing like a skinny. Their hair, so silky.
Imagine deploying conks when you can not deploy 2 conks. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, the problem with Regis is that it just dies. It's kind of expensive for a card that just dies. Ivar is pretty good though. Same sort of idea.
I have lived long.
Tortoise?
I am bored.
Nope. No tortoise. So what? I never have a beast for spontaneous evolution. I guess I'll just kill this. That seems better than maybe lining up a Glusty. Hey, Brundolf. Thanks for the prime. Thanks for the 3 months.
Fitting gift for our
Welcome back. Which one Ivar is? The Nilfgaard dude.
Be secure.
He swaps power with an enemy unit before adrenaline. Am I aware Nickelodeon's making a Smash style fighting game? No. Cool, I guess. So this is going to one. I don't know. This. None of my targets for it seem good. I'm supposed to just spontaneous evolution. +4. This still goes to 2, which is out of Lusty. I don't think I had a good way to align Lusty. Still no beast. Hey, rogue. How big is Trusty Warp? Big enough. How do we beat Wild Hunt? I feel like we should never be beating Wild Hunt. Very fast internet. The Arachas mirror. Do I believe in spores? Probably believe in spores enough to not want to risk breaking portal. This isn't getting better, right? Just lock the Archaspore. Deny the thinning. Whoa. I don't know what's going on. That is a were-rat in Arachas. I guess I'll thin.
Nothing rivals skinning
I don't know, I'm on red coin. Like, we're applying real pressure. Value. The glustiest of warps, yeah, if only. At least our glusty should be the nuts in round 3, right? Just do this.
A fitting gift for our king.
I mean, you play the Glusty before they enter the Morvid. Oh, yes, Ithlin. What could go wrong with Ithlin? Just assume this is gonna be bad later. Against Arachas. Just make him play a Bone Talisman.
There'll be nothing to pick up when I'm done with
Pretty happy to see that. But we might still just lose the talismans, but at least we've got Glusty to try to make things harder for him. There he is. Old trusty warp. So the problem with playing this Griffin is I would need to find the other Griffin, so I think I'm just leader charging and using Hideous Feast. Could also just Avalok Sage and then a Megascope. Try to find Crones. I kinda don't hate that.
Last.
I've played some cool Itter decks before. I don't know if just awful is the words I would use to describe it. So I'm going to use 2 charges here to respect Predatory Dive, because that's a card. Now I could just warp that. I think I just warped that. Hate respecting Pred Dive. Yeah, but it's free. Kind of punished. He had the second Arachas Nest. $15. Nice. High roll. Could have played this first to try to thin out the Hideous Feast for better odds, but things are going alright. Whoa! Okay, Glusty was getting a lot better. It's like kind of crazy how much better Glusty Warp is getting. Oh, wait. Spores was a couple more points. Just a couple. It ended up being my current target, though. Okay. Or not. I want to use Damage Crone in case of Yrden. I think we got him. Is Griffin good now? Griffin's better now. other reasons to consider playing Griffin. Works well with Ghoul, works well with Megascope. Flurry! Our opponent has survived the ISP check. Good for him. You replace Sage. I wouldn't know with what. You could like play a Yigern if you want. Sage is really good here though. It either gets you your thinning card or it finds you like 9 for 4s.
Just one morsel.
Like Avalok Sage pulling Megascope is sort of like playing an 11 for 10 that thins you 1. It's good even when it's not functioning as a tutor. Guess I'll just get this down. The change happened a while ago. I think I'd rather just play Clear Skies if I was considering playing Keeper of the Flame. It seems like less work for a similar number of points, and Clear Skies is pretty unplayable.
I can punch you again.
Got Sage, much higher chance of not drawing Portal at all. Yeah, like it's either a tutor for your best Point Slam card, or it's a Point Slam card just in itself, if you have Megascope in your deck. That's the thing that makes like tutors extra strong. They're either like searching for your high provision cards, or they're just playing something cheap that happens to be a lot of value. Part of what makes a Neuromancy so strong is the ability to tutor situational golds. Stuff like a Narrowing for Squirrel in round 1. Something that you wouldn't really want to keep in your hand necessarily, but also something that's not removing quality for your round 3, while still being very impactful. It's fewer. Isn't it like a provision more expensive too? Like, look at the clerics you have to play in order to make the card playable. The cleric tag's not exactly fleshed out.
You want to see the other beast?
Load with the pendulum. I'm much better at that.
Cleric. Syndicate. Category. You get Helvede, Cleric of the Flaming Rose, and Unplayables.
I'll cleave you in two.
Nah, I'll do this first.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, I'm short. Can I lock for Megascope and just plan on passing? Just assume we're gonna draw Portal, no problem. I don't really want to waste my Portal. Oh wait, shit! I forgot about the curse dealing 2 damage. I could have just passed. I'm a monkey. I am a monkey. No tortoise. Toxic clerics distracted me. Yeah. Yep, just jammed in any non-devo deck.
Let's get this over with.
So with Axigon, Wanderer gets better. He still has his Heat Wave. I got his Quen though. I'm pretty happy just getting his Quen. Where am I from? I'm from New Jersey. I have not played D&D. I almost did a couple times, but it never came together. I've got the portal. I just want to not brick, right? Like missing crones is fine. I gotta figure out something proactive. I can like leader charge Weavis. I could just play a ghoul. I'll probably just play ghoul. Spores on an empty board. No, you need a target to get the drone. I want to start portal. Sunset Wanderers. I want more points. Same reason I don't start Griffin. I played Darkest Dungeon. I have. You draw me a Conqueror now? Nah, I believe in Wanderers to not give me the 1 in 6.
I suppose. And the end.
Wanderers wouldn't betray me like that. Okay, 1 in 5, because I think I'm killing this coral.
We shall do it my way.
Let's not get in the way of the axe.
Would it have mattered? The Wanderers have just come out on this the portal turn now, right?
Yet another horn for my
Don't just be losing a point on the Wanderers for nothing. Because the Wanderers draws before the portal pulls. Got him! Nice Junod. Feels a little rude.
We shall conquer this world as we have conquered countless others.
No, he salvaged it. Oh. That's all he was looking for? I just Lusty now. Before, like, Leader Charge makes my Lusty worse. We shouldn't have another tall removal, right? Axie Heat Wave are gone. So I guess he's not playing Great Swords, so maybe he's slotting in another one. He has last play anyway.
I do not mince words on principle.
Value. I mean, it was fine. It was what, 13? Wait, what did it eat? No, it ate 6 things. 12.
Another little thunderbolt.
Got him. Probably worth taking lucky from time to time now. We haven't played against Loggers yet. Yeah, that is cool. That is cool. Just let people play with more of the pool. I thought what they were gonna do was just like have a rotation, but apparently not.
Taking up berries. Would you like an arrow to the head instead?
This is like sort of similar to having a rotation. Maybe this is a better model. Vacation. Unplanned days off are not really days off.
I could drown you in a single drop.
Though another day to like nap and recover from the weekend was nice. Last weekend was exhausting. Oh, I think I still haven't gotten a deck link for this version. Whoops.
Choke embers. Wind, blow out the flame.
Should I second same position? Yep. We just keep exchanging places with one another, right? This seems like the wrong place to ask. Don't know anything about EA.
Get out already.
Don't even know what Dead Space is, to be honest. Probably just trade this off. If he wants to play a Caress, that's fine. They both be played? No, why would they be played? So you have one here and one here. This one moves, so it's in this spot. And then the one that was in this spot moves here, and they just stay in the same spot. Keep changing back and forth. At the end of the round, I guess you have to just leave a card behind them. That's not winning round one, right? Like, if your last two cards are two Wanderers... I guess no, your Wanderers draws a card. Yeah, so you play a card, the first Wanderers comes out, draws you a card, then you play that card, the other Wanderers comes out. Yeah, okay. Never mind, it all works. guess you're having a heart attack, because, no fucking idea what you're talking about.
Mother Earth, I grant you my life. From you it came, to you it returns.
Summoning and playing a card? You don't get to choose placement with summoning, and you don't get deploys. I don't know. When you play a card, you're choosing where to put it. When you're summoning a card, it just gets summoned.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Admittedly, kind of a weird distinction. It's kind of all it is. I think I'm just gonna Glusteam. I guess it might be hard to Glusteam. This Pavko is not doing anything with this Wanderers there. Let's just do this. Create versus spawn? Create's just a type of spawn. Like if you read the tooltip for create, create does spawn. Yeah, but spawn isn't summon, exactly. It's always 3 cards in create. I think so? They broke the rule in beta. I think in Homecoming, create strictly shows you 3 cards. Otherwise it would say... like spawn a copy from your... spawn a copy from X. Like Brothen's doesn't say create, does it? I guess Brothen's only has 3 options. I don't know what an example of a card that would break the rule is off the top of my head. No, it's buffing the tree. Hey.
Hope your day is going well, the stream that makes me survive the graveyard shift.
Glad you're enjoying the content. Hope your shift goes well. Appreciate it. Okay, so he's playing around the Glusty. Meteor Charge and... I guess I can just Crimson Curse him. Okay, let me search create. I think all of these only show 3. Yeah, create is strictly 3 cards right now. Only honestly spawn. Yeah, but what does that have to do with anything? Up to 3, probably the most accurate. Sure, but I'm saying there's never going to be a create card that shows you more than 3. Yeah. Sometimes the pools will be smaller, but... if they wanted a create card that could show you more options, they would just word it as a spawn, I think. But it's possible none of those exist either. I guess stuff like Adalia might have been worded as a create card in beta, but it's just worded as a spawn now. Yeah, I know, but I'm saying cards like that. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Here we go, the locations are an example. Locations are just spawn and play from a pool of 4 instead of being create. It just create as a type of play, or a type of spawn. Like if you read the tooltip for create.
You will see it in your dream.
Yeah, I don't think it's that complicated.
Conquer this world as we have conquered countless others.
This beats every soul removal card.
King Oberon, for Tyrnalia!
Yeah, I'll try to get the deck link. Small gourd.